Hello everyone, and welcome to another vlog from the Vacationland theme park podcast. Clearly today we are not in a theme park. Today we are in a parking lot in Van Nuys, California, which is a suburb of Los Angeles, and we are here for something very, very special. Today we're going to take you on a tour of the That's From Disneyland pop-up art gallery exhibit and auction. And basically what this is you can see it in the background there. A collector by the name of Richard Kraft spent 20 or 30 years amassing a collection of artifacts and old things from Disneyland, and he has decided to put those items up for auction. And there is everything in here of the history of Disneyland, from the People Mover to the original stretching gallery portraits from the Haunted Mansion. It is just a very, very cool exhibit, and it's free, and it goes until August the 26th. If you watched our last vlog, you will notice that the last time we were here, the line stretched around the corner, and we got here a little bit late, so we ended up at Universal City Walk instead. Clearly, that is not the case today. We are here early enough, and we're gonna go in, and we're gonna take a look, and you're gonna come with us. Come on. So, I waited a little bit too long to get in line. Now there's a line. It's only like 10 people or so deep. It's great because it's really hot out here. It's the middle of August. So hopefully a couple minutes, go inside, let's take a look. Here we go.
Kick it. Kick it.
So behind me is, I'm going to assume and maybe even hope, is all that's left of quite possibly one of the worst ideas in the 60-plus year history of Disneyland. Behind me is a Rocket Rods vehicle, and the Rocket Rods was what essentially replaced the People Mover. It was supposed to be a high-speed, thrilling attraction. It opened in 1998 and it closed in 2000 after being open intermittently, really never working right ever. It actually replaced the people mover, which people were kind of angry about in the beginning.
The vehicle doors will close automatically. Please remain seated during your tour, keeping your hands and arms inside the vehicle, and kindly refrain from smoking. Thank you.
And it had hours-long lines. They cut the budget late in the process and just essentially replaced what was a people mover track that wasn't built for high-speed vehicles and replaced it with this. And you too can own it for $25,000. The Van Eaton Galleries would like to remind you that this is not actually a trash can.
Kick it.
Where do you plug in your coyote dog at night?
And I never realized until I bought this, these boats are really big. We had to have it rained over our house, and we put it on one side of our swimming pool, and the other side was the seaside. So it was a great place for pool parties. Does anyone know what those are up there? And what is where the parking lot was? What is it now? Disney's California Adventure. So the rumor is that for the first 5 years of DCA, they realized the parking lot was actually more profitable than California Adventure. A lot of people love the country bears. This was in my office on the reception desk, but it was missing his nose. But this is Hollywood, so we got a nose job, and he's looking good right now. Everyone loves trash cans, especially ones that encourage us to waste. So let's move on.
Expression, all roads lead to Rome. I don't know, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But in our case, all roads lead to Star Wars Land. And what I mean by that is, if you look behind me, you'll see a sign that says Big Thunder Ranch. Now, that sign marked the entrance to Big Thunder Ranch in Frontierland, which if you visited the park from 1986 to 2016-ish, you probably walked underneath that sign. So that sign, Big Thunder Ranch was an area where they had petting zoo, and they had the pardoned turkeys, the presidential pardoned turkeys, lived out their lives there. They had a goat petting area, and every day they would run the goats back and forth. They would call it the running of the goats. But it was a really cute area, and unfortunately it was closed because if you've seen the concept art for Star Wars Land, you will notice that Big Thunder Ranch isn't there anymore. And that's because what used to be Big Thunder Ranch and is now hanging here at the That's From Disneyland Gallery is going to be the entrance to Star Wars Land. So all roads lead to Rome, but here at That's From Disneyland, all roads apparently lead to Star Wars Land.
I got Jose about 15 or 20 years ago, and he was mounted on the top of that sign, and I thought, well, what a lovely old audio animatronic figure that doesn't do anything, but it looks great. Then when they were, and this was my son's bedroom, we had it done in this style. That lantern from the TV room was in there, these posters, and Jose on top of the sign doing nothing. Well, in the restoration for this exhibit, the guy doing the restoration said, "Oh, do you want him to sing and move?" And it's like, yeah, I'd like a lot of things, but that can't be. And he goes, "Why not?" I go, "Well, you don't have any of the..." He goes, "He's fully wired. All you need to do is a few tweaks and he can start coming back to life." So we have a very special guest coming out. And the key to this is at the count of 3, you say, "Wake up, Jose." 1, 2, 3.
Wake up, Jose!
So, does anyone know what the Tiki Room was originally built for?
A restaurant.
A restaurant. And it would not have a good enough turnaround, so Walt turned it into an attraction. But it makes no sense. So he hired the Sherman Brothers, showed them the show, and said, "Write a song that explains the attraction." Without our heads tilted back. And because the context is an exhibit, we can start seeing these not just as part of a ride, but pieces of art. And these are gorgeous, gorgeous paintings. And I gotta show you guys something. So the other day, we did an artist panel upstairs, and my friend commissioned a full-size. Oh, nice. Is that crazy? And now, of course, I have to get 3 more. So I guess I now collect things that look like things from the collection. And over here is a rubber door with a piece we have on the side to buggy. And let's move over here. And some of them are auctions sponsored by Disney. Others are auctions like that. Other are eBay and fellow collectors. But once in a while, I get phone calls in the middle of the night from very shady sounding people. One of them was a man who called me and says, "I've got 6 It's a Small World figures." It sounded like a hostage situation. We worked out the ransom, and we met in a deserted parking lot at the Fry's-Electronics store in Burbank, where we rolled up the back of the truck, and here they were. And so these were in our house. We had them wired to a button that when you push the button, it would play the song and they would do their dance. And does anyone know why the Sherman Brothers wrote this song? It's a prayer for peace, but why did they need that? What was the original idea?
They wanted to have all the national anthems.
Yes, the original idea was each doll would sing their own national anthem. You can imagine what a cacophony that was. And so the Sherman Brothers were brought in to write that song. once a year. And I also had an older brother, David, who had Crohn's disease, so he was frequently ill. So for us to go to Disneyland, he had to feel well and we needed the money. So a day at Disneyland was a grand slam, greatest day of the year. And 25 years ago, my brother passed away, and I felt we were very close. I felt very despondent, and I just ended up at Disneyland and seeing the lights on Main Street and hearing the organ at the tree house and smelling the water in Pirates of the Caribbean and touching the lacquered handrails throughout and tasting a Dole Whip. All of this kind of triggered all these wonderful childhood memories and times with my brother. Then I heard there was going to be an auction of attraction posters, and around the corner you will find the attraction poster for Autopia. And I bought it, and there's a rumor that I'm a bit obsessive. So when I got one poster, I needed every poster, and once I had all the posters, I needed the ride vehicles and the maps, and so this just grew and grew. Until I have a son, Nicky, who put a lot of this exhibit together, and he had the nerve to grow up and go off and go to college. And you've heard of the empty nest syndrome?
Yeah.
Well, imagine an empty nest with Jose in it and Dumbo, and I just felt borderline pathetic walking around by myself. And so I decided to put everything in storage and get into a house with no collectibles. Then I was blessed 4 years ago, I became a dad again. I am an old father of a little girl named Daisy, and she has a really rare genetic condition called Coffin-Siris syndrome, and causes physical and mental delays. So her favorite thing in the world is to go to It's a Small World. And I thought, you know what? She's never going to care about owning It's a Small World. Why don't I put my time and energy in enjoying the time we have together with experiences? And I can take a portion of the proceeds of all of this and give it to charities that help other special need kids. So all of a sudden it seemed to have a purpose. But my one condition was we have to have a 1 month exhibit, because I love sharing this with people, and I also insisted it was free, so anyone could come and enjoy it, and that's sort of how we ended up here.
Wow, that was really amazing. I hope you enjoyed going through that as much as I enjoyed getting to take you through it and getting to see all of the really neat stuff that was in there. As you saw, the owner of all the stuff that's going up for auction showed up and kind of led us all on a guided tour through the exhibit, and he told some of the stories of the things that he's auctioning off and how he came to get them, and some of the stories were really funny and some of the stories were really sweet and had to do with his daughter and had to do with his son and his brother, and it was just a really fun exhibit. If you're into the history of Disneyland, if you're into the history of theme parks, it's all right here in this sort of mini museum. So it runs through the 24th of August. It opens at noon and it closes at 8 o'clock. So if you're in the LA area and you are a big fan of history and a big fan of theme park history, come and check out That's From Disneyland here in Van Nuys. But for now, please like, rate, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to listen to the podcast. I hope you have enjoyed this, and we will see you in the parks.